hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. This is Jaylee's Corner. I am, of course, Jaylee, and this is my review for Love and Hip Hop Season 4, Episode 11. Yep, the camera's a long way now, and I'm still getting used to where to look. So, yeah, this episode was a bunch of fuckery and bullshit if I ever seen fuckery and bullshit. That damn Masika and Hazel-E. You know, even with Brooke and Marcus, I mean, everybody on today's episode basically got on my motherfucking nerves. Like, I don't even know where else to go with it. It was just so much fuckery and just so much bullshit. And is it me? Or it's all the B characters, the main characters this season? I mean, I'm trying to think of when Love and Hip Hop Hollywood first came out. I mean, you don't really have Fizz on there no more. Ray J and Princess don't even be on there no more. Who was on season 1? Yeah, Omarion's gone. I mean, it's like, who's left with the love in the goddamn go hip hop? I mean, all that's left is heifers, hoes, and haters. I just can't even take the show serious. I just can't wait for the Atlanta season to come back on. Hell, even for the New York season to come back on. I'll even take the goddamn new Miami cast. Well, no, because Miami is only Trick Daddy and Trina, who I know. Is Gunplay on there? I'm just not here for the fuckery and bullshit of Love and Hip Hop of Hollywood. I just want them to get some real love and hip hop people that is like, you know what I'm saying, just something. Let's just go, because I took a whole almost 2 minutes on that bullshit of who even owned this show. That's getting on my nerve. So, you know, the episode starts off with Booby and Brooke is on the beach. And I'm like, are y'all on a date? Are y'all hanging out? Why is he bringing up champagne and all this stuff? And I'm like, what is y'all, are y'all just hanging out as friends? I mean, the last we saw, y'all was in the studio doing a fake ass kissing scene, and now y'all on a fake ass beach. Well, it's a real ass beach, but I'm saying it's a fake ass beach moment in my perspective. You know, Brooke asked him basically about him and Hazel without asking him about him and Hazel. He kind of bypasses the question. You know, he does say that Hazel told him that she likes him. And he basically said, but ain't shit up. Now, well, see, my thing is, saying ain't shit up don't mean you ain't fuck that girl. Saying ain't shit up don't mean that y'all ain't mess around and she can use some head. It don't mean that nothing happened. It just means that you basically saying she like you and you don't like her. But my thing is, if I was Brooke, I would have followed up with, but did you fuck her though? Did you give her the D? That's what I would have said. But, you know, Brooke didn't do that. You know, she kind of just let it roll off her tongue. It was saying how, you know, how Hazel is all on social media. You don't call her Broke Valentine, which to me is a lazy ass phrase. Her name is Brooke. You call her Broke, whatever. I mean, I ain't counting the girl homegirl Chip, so saying how much money she got. But hell, we think Hazel broke too. Her name is Hazel, just don't rhyme with broke, so who cares? So it's, you know, whatever. But for me, Brooke and Booby, y'all had all this chemistry and how y'all was friends, but y'all can't go that place, and you wish you can go that place, and it was all this just chemistry. And now it seemed like y'all fucking kissing cousins, and like y'all don't even got no real chemistry, and now y'all being forced to be around each other. I mean, we know that Brooke was basically using Booby to get back at Marcus, but there was still some kind of laws of attraction situation with them too. And now I'm looking like, it's like, it's just nothing. And, you know, Booby was saying how him and Keisha has been separated for years, and how, you know what I'm saying, he can move on, which I totally agree with. And he was saying how Brooke is still mixed up with her whole situation, so he get how they trying to take things slow. However, and plus her thing with Marcus, however, you know, he don't want them to go so slow that they don't go nowhere. And, you know, Brooke is talking about how her and Marcus, well, no, she said like her and Booby are friends, and she just don't know where to go with it. And you know what I'm saying? First he can say, well, how about we go hang out tonight? Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And she's like, no, I gotta get back somewhere else so I can't go. He then invited her to Catalina. Now, all I know about Catalina is the goddamn Catalina wine mixer from the Step Brothers, which I think is a hilarious movie. And he was like, the Catalina wine mixer. That's all I know about Catalina. I don't know nothing about that. I'm a chick from Detroit. But he invited her to there to take like a little, you know what I'm saying, little getaway, just two of them, and she agrees to go. So, you know what I'm saying, I guess all is good. They're going to spend some time together. But again, I feel like the relationship is being forced now. It seemed more like just more of a connection before than it does now, and that kind of makes me mad. Next we see that Hazel and Alexis is somewhere getting their goddamn pussy steams. And my thing is, if it ain't anybody else on the show who might need their pussy steamed or might need their pussy cleansed, it will probably be Hazel and Alexis, because we all know that people say Hazel be jumping from dick to dick, and we know how Alexis, you know, does the same thing. So, you know, they're calling basically Mosika. They still call her Mosika Hosika. I mean, it's the equivalent of roaches being mad at ants for being insects. I mean, y'all all in the same boats. It's apples and oranges. You know what I'm saying? It's bananas and cucumbers. Either way it go, y'all all in some shape or form are the same. So it's dumb. It's like prostitutes being mad at escorts. It's the same thing. You can't be like, because I'm an escort, I'm not a prostitute, I'm better than you. All y'all some hoes. You know what I'm saying? I just can't take them serious. You know, Hazel keeps talking about how I run LA. You know what I'm saying? These my people. This is my LA. I run this. Bitch, no, you don't. You don't. I mean, no one. Who's the mayor of LA? Let me know the mayor's name, because that's who's supposed to run LA. You can't tell me that Hazel. Hell, I say the gang run LA before Hazel. Okay? Don't play it like that. So, you know, she again is calling Brooke broke. But my thing is, Hazel is really mad at Brooke over Booby. Like, what? Why? That doesn't make any sense. Neither one of y'all is currently with him or have had a relationship with this man. You can't get mad at somebody because you like them. Am I mad at Tiny because I like T.I. and that's his wife? No, I'm not. Is anybody mad at Michelle because she's married to Barack? No, they are not. So I don't get why Hazel is, you know, beefing with Brooke, and why Brooke is beefing with, well, I think Brooke is beefing with Hazel because Hazel beefing with Brooke and Brooke just standing up for herself. But again, Hazel is like, you know, I don't get why he hanging out with her, you know what I'm saying? But just like, you really mad because you like Booby, and at the show he was showing attention to Brooke and he left for Brooke and he didn't pay you no man, he paid you dust. Bitch, you should be mad at him. Okay? Why you mad at her? Okay? It's just stupid. And she's saying how, she said, oh yeah, on social media, you know, when she tried to call me out, I, you know, told her I got books and shoe deals. My thing is, anybody can put in a hashtag and say, I got this. Okay? I can put in a hashtag right now, say I'm a skinny bitch. It don't mean it's true. She put on a little thing and put on how she had some shoes, and then Brooke fired back and took a picture in the same shoes and said, my stylist got them for me for free. And I'm like, well, okay, Brooke, you know what I'm saying, be petty all you want to. But to me, it's all petty bullshit. Y'all really going back and forth over Booby. Brooke, you don't even want to be with Booby. You want to be with Marcus. And Hazel, Booby don't even like you. He don't even acknowledge you. So move on. But she did say that Brooke reached out to her in some form or fashion to say they need to sit down and hash it out and talk. But Hazel, like, she just trying to ride my coattails. Bitch, what coat? You ain't got no coat. So we can't ride no tails? No, Hazel really thinks that, I think Hazel and Masika both think they make people famous. And y'all ain't even famous. It takes you know who famous from reality TV? Nene Leakes, Tamar Braxton, Cardi B, hell, Yandy. You have certain people who be on reality shows who do become famous. I'm not saying if you're on a reality show you can't be that famous person, but you have to build up to be famous. I don't see Masika or Hazel as famous people. You know what I'm saying? I don't see anyone seeing them in the streets and being like, oh my God, Hazel. Hazel, I don't see anyone doing that at all. If I see Nene Leakes, I won't act like that either, but I would at least be like, that's Nene Leakes. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, girl. I don't see that with Hazel or Masika. So Hazel acting like Brooke want to talk to her just to become famous to ride her coattails. My thing is, bitch, you don't have any coattails to ride. So next. We see next is a scene where AD is at like a gay bar. Zell is there. Then Alexis show up. It was some made for fake ass TV bullshit. And you know, for me, AD is doing what she do best. AD is running her goddamn mouth to anyone except Moniece about her and Moniece's issues. I don't get how someone talks to strangers about their relationship issues. That ain't what you do, boo-boo. That's what gets you in trouble. That's why your relationship fucked up now, because you kept running to your girl Tiffany about you and Moniece, and you was running to Moniece about issues with you and Tiffany, and now both your friend and your girlfriend is mad at you. So, you know, she's talking to Zell about how she is unhappy, you know, her and Moniece is unhappy, how they used to be having sex all the time, and how they was all over the house, and she was giving it to her. And I'm like, why she motion like she got a dick? Do she know that she got a pussy? And I was just confused. I'm like, okay, I forgot. Lesbians use strap-on, so I'm, in my head, she's the stud guy, female in the relationship, and she uses strap-on, so that's why she kept on doing like this. Because I'm like, when you a girl, you can't do like this because you ain't got that. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So, whatever. But, you know, I'm like, why you in the club? Why you in the club complaining about your relationship anyway? It's just the stupidest shit ever. And then when Alexis walk up, and Alexis is somewhat flirting with AD, I'm like, that's the ultimate disrespect. Even when you mad at your man or mad at your girl, you don't ever go to a club and you hang out and party with someone who they did not, used to not, maybe not, could not, at one point did not get along with. That's just what you don't do. And it shows how AD is a petty bitch just like everybody else. And, you know, Zell is also saying how since Moniece is trying to get him and Ray in the same room, and he mad about that, he not gonna be on team Moniece no more either. So he kind of is encouraging AD and Alexis keep flirting back and forth. So they all drinking and dancing, and then somebody with a cracked ass iPhone, and I'm like, why everybody got a cracked iPhone? I mean, how you on TV? You can't afford to get a new phone? I have never had a cracked screen. Well, I did once because my boyfriend threw my phone out the window because he was mad at me. He cracked my screen a long time ago. But I'm like, if I had a cracked screen, I wouldn't want my phone to be the one showing on TV. I just wouldn't. I'll say, y'all can't get nobody else's phone and show nobody else's phone. Why y'all gotta use my cracked iPhone? I mean, that's just me. So yeah, both AD and Alexis is literally dancing and hugged up together, and you know what I'm saying, partying. This all kind of inappropriateness. And of course, the cracked iPhone is catching it all on Snapchat. So we know how that's gonna come back later eventually. So it was a scene, and I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what I wrote. This is how much I don't care about this goddamn scene. First of all, Nikki Baby confessional look makes her look like a robot. Nikki Baby confessional look, it looks horrible. She looks golden, and not the good kind of golden. Not the like a beautiful light golden Barbie. No, she looks like a fucking robot from an Austin Powers movie. Like a fake Vembot is what she looked like. And it looks pitiful. I mean, she looked I just didn't like it. I think her skin, I hate when a person's skin tone looks fake. You know what I'm saying? And not like you can't get a tan, but like your whole complexion just looks bleh. That's how it looked to me. I said, second of all, why every time Chanel at West Coast meets somebody, she tell them that she always, all her life, she's done music. No, you haven't, boo. You haven't. All your life, you might have had to fight to want to do music, but you have not done music your whole life because no one knows you for your music. They know you for being a girl on Ridiculous who sit and laugh with Rob Dyrdek. That's who they know you as. Hence why whenever someone meets you, they confused, like, you do music? And you have to say, I've done music all my life. No, you haven't. Okay, Harpo, you have not done music all your life. All your life, you had to fight to do music. Okay, get it right. Get the wording right. Also, who the hell told Lucci that Chanel West Coast was, you know, she had potential to be in the music game? I don't believe no one told him that. I don't think anyone would talk to him about her. I just don't. I mean, is people just walking around having random conversations about Chanel? I doubt it. So that was a fake ass thing to me as well. And then out the blue, where did Safari come from? And why he talking about when he was laid up with Nikki and she had a big ass, and then Lucci talking about, well, yeah, Chanel West Coast ass is small, but I still like it. it was just a whole weird thing. And I'm like, and then whose bright idea was it to have Lucci and Chanel Coast be like, okay, what's your sign? Oh, I'm a Cancer. What's your sign? Oh, I'm an Aries. Them are their signs. This is what I'm saying. But like, why are they flirting with each other? And now they're gonna be. It was just a. This is what I say about why they having the B characters have so much screen time. I'm like, who? I don't give a fuck about Lucci or about Chanel West Coast. I barely care about Nikki Baby. I like Safari. I think Safari is entertaining. I think he is funny. I think he did a rap on Instagram the other day, and it was good. You know what I'm saying? He was able to flow a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It was cool for what it was. But again, these B characters getting all the screen time, I'm like, and the storyline seems so fake. No one is sitting around talking to Lucci about Chanel West Coast. They not. They just not. And anywho, that's what I wrote about the whole damn scene with them at the beach. And then Safari and or Lucci made a good point to say to Chanel and Nikki, we at a pool, why y'all fully clothed? Thank you. Thank you. Nikki be half fucking naked at fucking dinners and shit, but you at a pool in a full-on outfit, like in a full-on, and not a beach outfit, you know what I'm saying, not a pool outfit, not a cute little, you know, it was, bitch, you fully dressed, okay? Amen. Next, what do we, the episode, I mean, I'm just trying to give you what it gave me. The next thing is Keisha and Boobie, and they out shopping for their son. Think that's cool. She then was like, you know what? What's up with you? What you doing? What you got going on? And he like, what? And she like, you know, what's going on? And he like, oh, you asked me about my love life. Well, she was like, yeah, I think it is very adult and cool that they can talk about their love life like that. I think it's good that they are honestly friends, and you can tell that because she didn't ask him what's going on, as in a, I want to check you, I want to know what you doing type of way. She asked him in a way of, I know something going on because we on the show and the producers done told me, or I done seen stuff on Instagram, Snapchat, or Twitter. But she still wasn't like a petty, I'm your ex-wife, I'm your BM baby mama, and I'm trying to be in your business. It wasn't that. It was like in a concerned friend type of way. He does admit that he's in a situation, and he says, you know, I'm trying to be patient because we're friends, and, you know, I don't want to rush it and mess up our friendship, so that's the hard part. Trying to balance the two. And he's like, how he wants something real. And she's like, oh, you know what, that's cool. We, you know, it can be hard dating friends, but you gotta just do what you want to do. She then said, what's her name? And then he was like, oh, yeah, Brooke. And she was just like, what? And she did look shocked, but not shocked as in what the fuck, but it's shocked as in, oh, I didn't think that was gonna happen. And she does say, well, y'all been friends for a while, and, you know, y'all should see where y'all can go from there. And again, you know, Keisha's like, I want him to be happy. I don't know if he wants the same thing for me, but I want him to be happy because we've been separated for so long. You know, it's clearly over between us, but they're clearly still friends. And, you know, so that was a good scene to have. Moniece and Masika at dinner or lunch or drinks or whatever, because I don't think I saw them eat nothing, but I think I saw one of them take a drink or something. But it was still some bullshit and some just bullshit within bullshit. You know, I feel like Moniece was being messy. Not Moniece, Masika, because they were talking initially about the whole altercation where Alexis and all them met up with Masika at her little fake ass album single release party, and Moniece kind of was like, it wasn't really me, you know, they all within this, we was all in the room, and they decided that you all needed to talk. Zell, she put like Zell was the one who said that y'all should hook up, you know, kind of put it on Zell. And, you know, at that point Masika was like, you know, Zell was shipped to LA, you know what I'm saying, in a middle coat seat with his hefty bag full of clothes, you know, clutching his hefty bag. I'm like, now if you recall, Ray said that about Zell before, meaning they've been talking shit about Ray behind his back regardless, because that's the same thing that somebody else said. And I'm like, either they recycling lines and throwing out shade to each other just to do whatever, or they all talking behind each other's back. But my thing is, bitch, I don't think you went to LA with your whole life together. So why you going down? I mean, I don't know what that man came there with. But my thing is, when you are friends with someone, it's certain lines you don't cross. That's why they say, don't ever be homeless and don't ever, watch who your friends are. Because your real friend would, a fake friend would talk so much shit about you once y'all ain't friends no more. And would be like, bitch, you was homeless with a hefty bag. This is what Masika is. She's the fake ass friend. Because my thing is, just because y'all ain't on the best of terms right now, don't mean that you should spray that man with his own tea or whatever. But also now I opened up doors for him, and I can close them same doors. My thing is, but you ain't open up doors for yourself. I mean, and I say that because you have to be more than just a B character on Mona Scott Love and Hip Hop. You know what I'm saying? If you open doors for someone else, open them same doors for yourself, because at the end of the day, no one really knows you besides Love and Hip Hop people. You can't go to anywhere that's not hood. That's my opinion. That goddamn Jocelyn Hernandez syndrome. Anywho, Monique is still acting like she didn't have anything to do with it. But then she brings up how Alexis AD didn't come home after they got into an argument, and then it's like, yeah, she shows Masika her phone and says, I'm asleep after we got into an argument and she left. And then Tiffany comes in to me videos of AD in the club dancing with Alexis. But my thing is, bitch, why is your fake girlfriend, best friend who don't like you, sending you videos of her supposedly best friend? I mean, where's the loyalty? You know what I'm saying? These hoes ain't loyal. Chris Brown said it. These hoes ain't loyal. Because my thing is, one, AD should have never been in the club with Alexis. Two, Zell should have never let Alexis and AD be flirting with each other. Three, Tiffany should have never sent Monique's video of AD in the fucking club. It's just, disloyalty is just rampant within Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, and it irks my goddamn nerves. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, I don't trust any hoe who come to anywhere to fight me over they friend who my girlfriend or boyfriend. I don't trust you. So you sending me video of something she doing, you have some kind of ulterior motive. But Monisha's like she was mad. But I'm gonna speak about this because it was irking my goddamn nerves. Why the fuck did Masika have that dried gel baby hair edge? I'm like, her edges look harder than slavery with that goddamn on gel. I'm like, she had gel baby edges with fake Remy roots. I mean, if you don't have real baby hair, and if you can't get a really good lace front, don't go to the beauty supply and get you some of that brown gel and just lay your edges down and think it's gonna look good. It looked a hot ass mess. It looked like if it started raining, she would have brown shit dripping down her face, and it just irked every nerve that I have. So whatever. The next scene, which was Hazel and Brooke trying to have a sit-down conversation. Let me be clear and say this. I think Hazel is the pettiest. Petty. I think she's worthless. I think she's a human being, and every human being is worth something. But on this show, she's worthless. Because you came to this sit-down dinner. You walked in with shopping bags. First of all, I think that is stupid. I think that was just... You know how people do stuff and they try to be flat, or they try to be something, or try to make it be something. And I'm like, you look dumb walking into this restaurant with shopping bags at night, simply because we know you just didn't come back from shopping. And if you did just come back to shopping, for you to try to, flaunt that you went to a store, and I'm like, that's so old and tired, and it's just a lazy ass. I think I'm a shit. It was just you a lazy ass bitch, and just you calling her broke and saying it was just dumb. I mean, they weren't even sitting down for not even a minute before, Hazel said to her, I know, order whatever you want. I got it. I know you're having some money issues. And then Brooke was like, you know what? Where I come from, you know what I'm saying? We don't throw bags, throw them hands. And she went to move stuff out the way to get to Hazel. Hazel then threw a plate. I just don't even get that. You know, Brooke tried to get around the table to get to her, and of course security came in. My thing is, Hazel loves to act big and bad because she know security ain't gonna let them fight. Hazel has been on the show long enough knowing she know when to act up because security gonna protect her. Period. She not gonna talk that shit in someone's face. She isn't. And if she do, she gonna talk it because security's right there. And that to me is what a fake ass bitch does. I think this is Brooke's first season, so she doesn't realize how quickly security gets to places. And you can tell when she was sitting there, she was gonna fight her. She was. She just didn't realize I needed to get her the minute she sat down to give my chance to you just grab her, okay? You grab her and you just snatch her ass back. And I don't advocate fighting. I'm a person, I'm looking like we all too old to fight. But if you gonna try me, I'll go there with you. You know, and Hazel, of course, is shouting out, you broke. You know, broke Valentine. You ain't had a hit in 15 years. But Hazel, you ain't had a hit in ever. Okay? You can't talk about anyone who's had a hit if you've had no hits. Okay? That's just not how it goes. And, you know, I really feel like if security wouldn't have been there, Brooke would have beat Hazel's ass. Okay, that's what has happened. And that's what I feel like needs to happen on a little bit of a level. I think someone needs to feed that bitch some humble pie because Hazel has the audacity to believe that she is above other people on this show, and you're not. It don't matter if you've been on the show for 1 season or 4 seasons. Y'all on the same goddamn show. Okay? And, you know, security broke them up and they didn't end up fighting. But Brooke did say, bitch, you wear a bag from Chanel, one of Chanel boots in there. Because at one point, Brooke did open the shoes. It was like some of her shoes. And she threw one at Brooke. It was a messy, dumb scene. It was pointless. What else? They show Moniece and she goes to see AD. And this is... It was a waste of time. They argue. It's the same argument over and over. How they're not happy. You know, Moniece says you need to stay with me, and if you move out, we're over. And AD like, I think I need to move out to save our relationship because we're not meshing well, living together. And even AD goes on to say, well, I feel like you and Tiffany put me in the middle. And Moniece's like, no, you put yourself in the middle. And bitch, you did. You told them two women separate things about each other. You put yourself in the middle. Now, the one thing I agree with AD on is her and Moniece not happy right now. And maybe her moving out can help their relationship. It doesn't mean that they can't be a couple. You know what I'm saying? But she doesn't have to live there if y'all at each other's throats. And so at the end, AD decides to move out. I was kind of over it. Brooke and Marcus have a scene. Brooke went to some party that they have a mutual friend of, and they end up having a sit-down conversation. It pissed me off to the highest point of passivity, simply because I'm like, you know, why is Brooke apologizing to Marcus about anything? Why is the woman who was cheated on apologizing to the man that cheated on her? Why does why does Marcus act like since Brooke broke up with him and she moved on to be kicking it with Boobie that Brooke owes him anything? Why does he think that because Brooke has moved on after he cheated on her that he out here being made to look like a fool? But you was out here fucking a whole nother bitch. A whole nother bitch on her. You was making her look like a fool. Okay? That's what you did. While y'all were together. Y'all ain't even together, so whatever she doing, it don't have shit to do with you. And it's done because she was like, you know, I apologize for how it made you look, but I'm not sorry for what I did. Bitch, what? I don't give a fuck about how I made you look after I broke up with you. I don't care because you cheated on me and made me look stupid. And then even him saying, I'm saying, I'm sorry. I said sorry for what I did with Jade. I went and apologized to you. I broke up with her in front of you. And then, you know, you then played me and you out here hanging out with Boobie. I even went to go see you and him. And Brooke is, I look up. Brooke is on her goddamn knees saying, I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what's going on, but I love you. You know, it's just so much. And then Marcus go on to say how Bridget told him about Brooke and Boobie hanging out. So now you know Brooke is fake as fuck. And he said, yeah, you thought Brooke was your friend? She my friend. it was just fuckery and bullshit. And, you know, she ended up getting up off her knees. I gotta go. I gotta go. And him looking all sorry and sad. I'm looking like, what the fuck is up with this bullshit? You know what I'm saying? It was an earlier scene where we did see Marcus and Bridget having a conversation, and Bridget telling Marcus that they were hanging out, and how she told Brooke that she was Marcus' friend. Marcus then applied a ring and said she was gonna be my forever. Was she your forever when you was fucking that girl? I mean, you know, but I didn't give it a ring, and I'm keeping it for some reason. I don't know why. It was just a bunch of fuckery and bullshit. And then the ending of the whole goddamn episode, with Masika going to this shoot that Zell was doing for somebody. She then went and found the girl who he was doing the styling job for, got her to not want to book him, brought a whole new stylist in, and then brought motherfucking dog treats and was throwing dog treats at Zell because somehow he's a bitch. He then threw some back at her, and it was a whole bunch of this bullshit. And I'm like, Masika's a fake motherfucker, because you put in all that effort to go buy motherfucking dog biscuit treats, but you couldn't have one conversation with Alexis, who was dragging your name in the motherfucking mud for months. She's stupid. To me, it was the pettiest shit ever. Cause my thing is, I'm gonna handle my beef for the female before I go beef for some dude. You know what I'm saying? And you threw dog biscuits. You are at a photo shoot throwing dog biscuits at some guy, and then he telling her about herself, like, whatever. You was on Section 8, and your rent was only $400. Your rent was $400. Masika Kalisha fuck for a feature, and the models and the people behind the scenes is like, eating up all this tea. We're drinking up all this tea, and they're throwing back and forth at each other. You know, he did eventually leave, but it was, this episode was so fucking frustrating. Let me end it by saying this. I think Masika's fake. I think she is scared of Alexis for whatever reason. I think there's some kind of truth to what Alexis was saying, and that's why she avoided Alexis the whole season, because you went and confronted Zell with goddamn dog biscuit treats. Pissed me off. Marcus and Brooke, fuck both of y'all. Because Brooke, the fact that you was on your knees crying because you don't know. I hope the next episode is better, because I can't take my goddamn blood pressure from this bullshit that I had to watch. But I hope you guys enjoyed my recap and my review of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood season 4 episode. Was it season 4? Whatever. Yeah, season 4 episode 11, because they damn it drove me crazy. I mean, it's just so much. For me, it's too many B character storylines, and that's what's so frustrating. It's the B characters who feel like they're A-list celebrities, and they're arguing amongst the other D-list celebrities, and y'all all is on the same fucking boat. So, you know, drop comments below if you like, share, subscribe. I'm Hazel-E.